Yeah.
Had did we get? No, we didn't.
What?
We didn't. My wife and I were thinking about getting Chinese food the other night,
Mm.
and we didn't. But I just remember, like how, like, shitty I felt after eating Chinese food.
How what?
Shitty I felt after eating Chinese food.
Oh,
like,
horrible.
Like once you like get, I got to a point where I started eating better and stuff like that, and just, wasn't doing that every day. Maybe every couple weeks, maybe grab something like that. And, and then when you stop doing it, and then you just go back to it, and I was like, oh my God, I felt like this all the time.
It's horrible. It gives you the same fast food thing, like McDonald's. Like, it's the MSG, by the way.
It's got to be a lot of shit. MSG, the cornstarch,
Yeah, definitely cornstarch and MSG, but they sprinkle that MSG on. Like it's an additive.
Well, a lot of them don't. A lot of them claim they don't anymore.
Two Bros Podcast. What up? It's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA. Trying to get lost in the subway. Thank you, Valencia, but I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Bros Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us a few messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can. Peace.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like, no MSG.
Yeah, no MSG.
I know MSG. As we delve into being a little racist.
Live at the Garden.
Live.
For those of you just catching up, that was Run the Jewels live at the Garden.
Respect.
If you are, like my
to
brother
Killer
said,
Mike and
LP. If you are low on energy, listen to some Run the Jewels.
Yes,
You will
it
not
will get
be
you. It will get you. If you're
disappointed.
working out, it'll get you that last rep. If you're riding the bike, it'll get you that last mile and a half that you want to get to. That's it. Take these glasses off.
Yeah, you fogging?
Yeah, just like, don't want them all.
Yeah.
Don't need them.
Well, this is Two Bros Podcast, episode 110.
Dot.
Motherfuckers, we are
10.
rolling. We are rolling. 110.
That's not. Never mind.
What?
What's the name of that
112.
group? 112. Thank you. That was
Cupid. Why you get one?
I get
110?
Because we're doing 110, and I that's what I thought, and then I realized I didn't know the damn name of the group, but I thought it was 110.
Wow.
It's not.
My.
It's 112. Which I have no
112.
idea what that meant. Why did they name that group 112?
So, they were on a street 112, like something like that,
Oh, okay.
like where they grew up or something.
Oh, okay. All right. So something tangible.
It's something from Atlanta, a street where they're from, or a block.
All right.
Room 112, where the players dwell. Biggie, said that and they give him a shout out.
All right.
They were all on Bad Boy. Bad Boy had a whole host of guys that they just, went through.
They just.
They do have a new album out, by the way, 112.
Do they really?
Yeah, independently released their own album. Obviously not on Bad Boy anymore. I heard one song. It had the '90s feel to it, like it like on purpose. You can tell they purposely try, but almost a little too purposeful. Like it almost. But I did hear it and go, wait, when was this made? Like, which I liked.
So it sounded like an older track.
Yes, it did. It did sound like a '90s track, which I was impressed with. And then, but they seem to have a bunch of different genres, style songs, and they're trying to be relevant, trying to do some of the new stuff, trying to do some of the old stuff.
You can get caught in that.
You can get caught in that paradox.
Yeah, some dudes are like that. Like Leon Bridges.
Yeah.
If you listen to Leon Bridges stuff,
You don't know when it's recorded.
Older. So my wife loves Leon Bridges, but she never saw him. So I putzing around on YouTube and whatnot. I'm playing a couple songs on YouTube, and one of his videos comes up. And she's like, who's that? I said, it's Leon Bridges. You like the song, right? She's like, that's him? He looks so young. She just knew that this was an older dude.
Yeah, it does have that. What a nice sound he's got. He's a crooner.
Yes,
definitely a crooner in the crooner game.
Crooner, not a dancer. Even though he dances, he tries to dance.
He tries to dance.
And it's I guess you give him credit for being, for not being polished.
Yeah.
Just this dude who like moves nice.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that. I really like his stuff.
I hope he comes out with some more stuff. It's been a while.
Just not a fan of this buzz that's driving me crazy. Not a buzz. It's just hiss.
Yeah, some hiss coming in.
Which I'll clear up. I'll take that.
We got a cockroach in there.
Yeah.
Maybe, which is a good segue for us to, if you hit up our support page on anchor.fm/2bros/support. For as little as 99 cents a month, man, you can help us out. We can get ourselves a new board.
Yes.
Oh! Back to the show.
Pow! Right at you. Trying to get that new Roadcast. Gosh.
They're all
saving
over the
my
place,
place.
man.
The Roadcast?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh, that's a dope board. I mean,
like,
that board is dope.
Yeah, that's like top of the line stuff.
Yeah, and $5.99. And Amazon keeps, they only got 6 left. I'm like, you fucking liars. You have more.
Yeah, don't lie
You're
to
just
me.
trying to make me push the button. And I almost was going to push the button because I was like, shit, they're going to run out. And I was like, no, I got to pay a car now.
There's like only 6 left.
Only 6
Hey, how much
left.
did we sell after we posted that only 6 left? We sold about 40. Okay, let's fill those up today.
Boy, when I was in retail, it was it was part of our sales meeting to shred paper and throw it on the floor for sale.
Really?
Shred paper,
Because
and throw it all over the floor. Made it seem like stuff was flying off the shelves and the store was just
that
messy.
the floor was just the sort of
Messy from-
jacked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it worked. It worked.
You create that environment.
People believed shit was on sale. I was like, it's not on sale. It's for sale.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tricks played on the average consumer. Like, one of the things I realized is that a lot of, you get the MSRP and
Yeah.
so they put it on the shelf for a certain amount of price. They take it off the shelf, and so you don't see it on the shelf.
Right.
They jack up the price, and then they say reduced. So let's say something costs $10.
Yeah.
Okay. It's selling moderately at
Yeah.
$10. Okay. So now they take it off the shelf. They take it off the shelf and they reintroduce it as $12.99, but
Yeah.
we're going to give it to you for a sale for $10.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
essentially the same price, but now what we've done is we've made you think that this thing costs more, and it actually does. It actually performs better, even though the price is still the same.
Them fuckers, man. I mean, throughout history, marketing has been the biggest mind job, the mind
yeah.
fuck of all.
Oh yeah.
From the old days of the showing a Coke at a movie theater to, there's just something about when that White Castle commercial comes on that it goes, fuck, I could do that.
I could do that.
I could do that right now.
I could do that. Yeah. Nah, just the tricks that they play on us. And,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and we'll follow suit.
We will.
And most of it is done with sex. Most of it is done with sex.
Really?
Like, why are hot chicks in car commercials?
Yeah. Oh,
Always bent over and just, give you that allure.
Camels. Smoke camels.
Yeah, smoke this cigarette and drive this car, and you might fuck this girl.
Yeah. And speaking of such, I watched on was it Netflix? Yeah, Netflix has The Bad Boy Billionaires of India.
Oh, I started watching that.
Boy,
I started watching that.
the Kingfisher guy, the king of good times, as he calls himself, he self-proclaimed himself the king of good times. He ran this the beer company, Kingfisher Beer, which was frowned upon in India. And then turned it into an airline. And it's like, we don't hire stewardess, we hire hot chicks. I was like, wow, I don't know if you can do that. Like, what? I was like, is this legal? Like, what the hell happened? He was like, no, all the other airlines have stewardess. We have hot chicks. So fly with us and be with hot chicks. And he was like, only models we hire. I was like, oh, I love this guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you love? Now, was he a crook? Was he, or were they trying to gank him on shit?
Well, so as he grew his empire to the billions, he didn't pay some people. He kind of got
paid some, didn't pay others. You don't get that way unless you pass a few envelopes. Right.
Exactly. And all 3 of the cases that they had were all Indian businessmen that made millions of bucks. I mean, the one guy, the last Sahara guy, there's 3 episodes. The one guy, Sabra Hahara, or whatever his name was, I'm sorry if I'm screwing it up, for our Indian viewers, one.
Yes.
He had the greatest Ponzi scheme of India, which was, give me your savings, I'll help you save, and you get 3 times money back, you know? And I guess it worked for a little while until he had $9 billion.
Wow.
Throughout the whole thing, I'm saying, what's the widget? What are you selling? Oh, it's security, like these notes, and just give you these papers. And you at the 30,000 rupees. Why don't you reinvest it and get 90 rupees? Sure, why don't I? And people would just blindly just send him this money until the point where they told him, after he got like a certain amount of money, he made it so that the people wouldn't come knock on your door and take the money no more.
Right.
You had to come to the office. Now you're talking about Delhi and all these impoverished third world country. They can't get to the main office.
Right. You can't.
So they send them a letter saying all your money has been forfeited and you're back at zero again. Ooh. And people were like, wait, but I couldn't get to the office. What the fuck? Like, what a guy.
Wow.
What a guy.
Wow.
And then it was like, but all of these stories had these things where it was like, and after selling off his assets, and he's now reduced to $9 million of so-and-so and lives a simple life.
Simple life.
Yes. $9 million? That's a simple life?
Wow, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's amazing how we will, allow, at some point, you've got to say, wait a minute.
Right.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right. There's no fucking way. You're getting me...
You're constantly increasing my revenue by 30%.
Where's it come from?
Exactly. And nobody asks questions. Like the dude... Did you ever read about the dude who got Bernie Madoff?
Yes.
He's a simple math geek.
Yep.
But his thing was basically, all you gotta do is just do some math.
Yeah.
He did the math. And he did the math and he asked the questions that everybody should have been asking, but he was, I guess naive enough to not fall for it.
For the banana in the tailpipe.
And geeky enough to say, well, wait a minute, if you're saying this, then why don't we see this, and and that's when it started crumbling.
Yeah. Those Ponzi schemes are horrible. They do so much damage to people.
Oh man.
Because there's such a glimmer of hope, right? There's just I think they got you on the glimmer of,
Well, you think you got you a golden goose.
Right.
You think you got you a golden goose. Oh my God. And the people who put all of their money in there.
Yeah, that's the tough one. Well, rest in peace, Chris Lighty died years ago. Homicide, suicide, whatever, still undescribed. But he was a famous record producer and manager, Violator Records. And he lost a lot of money in the Bernie Madoff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which some people say is the reason why he killed himself.
Because he lost so much money.
He lost so much money. Some people have other reserves. His death has been a question for people that knew him and loved him. And it's like, nah, not him. Like, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But then we all say that. Like, even with my own friend, we would like to not think he took his own life.
Yeah.
But the facts kind of show.
When you get to a point, it's like, well, if, ain't but so many other options that...
Yeah, and you have to come to terms with it, and you have to let's level out and just say, all right, I'm not going to invest any more into this thought anymore because it's just going to take me to a place I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Other than that,
we got kind of heavy there for a second.
Yeah, that was really deep.
Jesus Christ! Drink some more coffee.
Yeah.
As
long as I don't hear another thud upstairs, it was just like, oh, my shoe. But yeah, we celebrated the young prince's birthday last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know when the fuck it was. The 10th. Kids came out. It was great.
Your
I know. Kids came out.
I didn't get an invite. So
I didn't get an invite. I just drove. So
my daughter texted me, and she says, "Hey, I'll see you at his party." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
So oddly enough, I got the same text from Maddie. She says, "Hey, can we come to we want to come to Ron's party." I said, "What party?" Well, they're just going paintballing, like it's him and his friends. I didn't know it was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she sent out, told everybody.
Okay.
Told some people. Okay, I was like, well, it's upstate. Like they can't drive. They don't drive. So
yeah, and I was utterly confused because first of all, I didn't know about it.
Right. So when you text me, I said paintball. I just responded paintball.
And then I'm saying, okay, paintball. I'm like, where around here is it going paintball? Because she was saying, hey, can I get around? I'm like, okay, no problem, sure. I mean, but first of all, what is this thing? Number two, I'm getting a little offended because now I'm not invited to something. and, now, and now three, I don't even know what we're like.
Yeah,
like, what are the logistics? Like, where?
I was totally taken by it. According to my wife, she explained everything to me. I said, don't talk to me when I'm drunk. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Now that means
don't talk to me any night.
That not only that, but if I got to tell you something important that I really don't want any pushback on, I'll just wait for you to get drunk, and then I'll tell you.
True.
And then in the morning, damn it, I told you.
My thing is send it to me like you guys. They all do now. They text it. So I said, just text it to me so I can go back and go. Oh, I fucked this one up.
So it's a recorded.
At least there's something there that you can fall back on.
Stands up in court.
Yeah, stands up on court. So it was a great time. I didn't play. My shoulder was fucking frozen. I couldn't lift my arm. I'm still recovering. I don't know what happened.
Oh, really?
I really don't know what happened. I can't go beyond here. I'm just getting it back and doing something.
Are you getting that checked out?
I have an orthopedic, which the bill got so high that I stopped going. And I was like, I thought this was covered. And they were like, well, not for this, not for that. And I was like, oh, screw you.
Supposed to tell me that shit?
Yeah, I thought they would tell me that.
Fucking
copay. Oh, and so I got the rubber straps, and I have all the exercises to do it. So I just started doing it myself.
Yeah,
it's getting a little better, but I don't know. I didn't hurt it. I didn't impact it. I didn't.
You gotta strengthen this.
Well,
strengthen this back here.
Well, yeah, because the ligaments that pull that, go in a weird way. But it had a real weird pain, so I had a shower massage in my shower, which is great. That worked. Cold, hot. That worked.
We're also at that age where, shit just stops working.
Man,
and it's not. It wouldn't be uncommon if you had a problem with your rotator cuff.
Yeah. Well, this same shoulder, I had what do you call it? MRI. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it's going. Your rotator cuff is. But that was 10 years ago, and I never did anything with it.
Right.
I just ignored. I'm too young. Now it's probably the same thing coming back. So that was fucked up, and my knees are fucked up. So I was like, all right, I'll bring my bike. I'll ride around in the hills. I'll have the drone. I'll fly the drone around. And because it could barely fly out here. There's no open space. You always get these what they call geofences here.
Oh, okay.
So they don't let you fly unless you fly what we call willy-nilly, which is no guidance, right? So if you fly no guidance, anything can happen. You can crash. You can lose it. You can.
What do you? I remember a while back. You remember when we had that discussion with Alessandro?
Yes.
Who's big into drones and stuff, and he actually posted something that I wanted to talk to you about because I didn't know if that existed here in the U.S. in which they were trying to establish some law. So then, if you see a drone, you can access it on like some network. You can access
go to
it
DJI.
through some network.
Yep.
And it'll tell you the location of the drone, the owner, where this person is, and stuff like that. And he's basically saying that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do that. The flip side is that well, wait a minute, if your drone is in a spot where it really shouldn't be, then we should know, hey, this person is, doing nefarious shit with their drone. Their drone's always in my window when I'm taking a shower or something like that. Stuff. So I don't know what kind of laws like that exist here regarding drones. And you talk about those geofences, so I'm assuming that they put up something where if it passes a certain height or if it passes a certain distance.
Even location. Like I'm too close to the airport since I'm right here by JFK. It'll pop up red zone geofence cannot fly. I could take that off and fly anyway. It doesn't stop you. You know what I'm saying? I just lose the protection of having GPS guidance.
Okay.
So I'm now free. I'm free fall. I'm free falling. I'm freestyling, and I can crash anywhere. I can fall. Whatever. Fall out of the sky. Don't know where it landed. That kind of thing. So there is a flip side to it. But this is equivalent, no different than legal guns versus illegal guns. You see the segue? No. People with legitimate guns are not the problem. The people who don't follow the rules are the problem.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a legitimate user and you do it, then
so in other words, you're creating a law that infringes more upon people who are being responsible and
Right.
legally doing their stuff.
Right.
To catch the ones who are doing it illegally, but if they're doing it illegally, they don't really give a shit what the law says.
Right.
Okay.
You can write as many laws as you want.
Right.
I'm not gonna care. I have access to it, and I'm gonna do it, and whatever purpose or reason you do it for. Not to say it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but the people who care don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
They're
that's
not
just
gonna
the
care
short
about
end
it.
of the story.
Yeah, that's the thing about guns too, man.
Yeah.
For some reason, we don't get that. We don't get that.
I don't know how they don't understand.
I don't
know who-
understand how people don't understand. Say, look, a law is not going to change.
No.
It's not going to change a criminal from having a gun.
No way.
It's gonna stop me from owning a weapon.
Right.
It's gonna stop me
From protecting
being
myself.
Protecting myself and my family. So, yeah, I don't get that when you get into the argument about guns and stuff.
It seems foolish to think that that helps, and all you have to do is look at the states like New York, Chicago, that don't have open carry, that
Yes.
have a high volume
Yes.
of murder by illegal guns.
Absolutely, especially Chicago. Chicago's almost like the damn Wild West at times.
Speaking of Wild West, the other Friday night at my shop, guy next door decides to have a party. Had an illegal gathering. Okay, a little stripper party, whatever.
Oh, okay.
No, nothing wrong with what you do, but it got out of hand. A couple of shots go up in the air,
Oh.
pop, 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 pop. Everybody runs, clears out, etc. Police come to the shop. Now my shop. We sit in the
Right.
back. We smoke cigars. They do, and we had the
Smoke,
games
little sip,
on.
watch the game.
Yeah, we had games on. We had all this stuff going on. I happened to have left. I was tired. I was like pressed out. Like that's probably why my arm is fucked up. I'm pressing 200 shirts. Anyway, cops come down. Hey, fuck is going on here? Who let off those shots? Everybody against the wall. ID. And they was like, wait, we're the good guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we work here. This is our business. We're not fucking around here. Why would we stay here?
Yeah, why would we just be hanging out?
Yeah. So apparently they ran everybody's numbers, names, and a couple of guys had old warrants, and it was just mayhem. The cops were like, and they found all the shells all in front of my shop, right in the back. So they're like, "Oh, you got?" I said, "Look, guys." So my partner calls me. He's like, "Yo, I need the code to the cameras. They need to see the cameras. They're gonna arrest us. They're gonna get a warrant." And I was like, "Tell them come back with a warrant.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Come back with a warrant. We didn't do anything wrong. They just pulling strings and whatever else. And I wasn't there to say anything, but he knows. I mean, my partner knows. He knows how to handle the law. And they were just being the cops were so arrogant, and very forceful, according to him, that it clearly was going to escalate. It was just going to get excited because they knew a gun was somewhere around.
Yeah.
They were thinking, okay, and they were coming in, you've seen the shop. It's kind of cluttery,
It's cluttered
kind of,
and
it's a lot of
a lot of corners.
Yeah, a lot of shop. And we got a couple of mannequins there that scared the shit out of the cops. Yeah, he was like, look at that guy right there. Yeah, shoot the fucking mannequin. But I say this to say is that, again, with the gun shit is, here in New York, Queens, I mean, there's a shooting every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? And the laws don't mean shit.
Yeah.
So, the cop would have got more with sugar than he would with salt.
Yeah.
If he'd have just said, hey, fellas, and now there's been a cop that's come there before to look at our cameras. He fucking has the password. Like, what's up, guys? You mind if I check your cameras out? There was something going on in the street here. It was an accident, and we want to see if we could look at the camera. No problem. This guy was like, gimme. I'll fucking take it. Fuck you. It was like, fuck, what? All right, let me call.
Yeah.
We're going to call the captain because we know him. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we can call the sergeant. We know the sergeant that with your precinct. I don't care, fuck who you know. Fuck. It was just potty mouth cop. Was like, wow, you're a great example of how this works.
I'm sorry the wife didn't give you the Hummer before you came to work, bro.
I don't get it. Like, I was like, why was he? I guess because the fear, like the preempted fear of there's a guy here with a gun.
Yes.
And he just lit off like 8 rounds.
Yes. How did that end up with them being at your spot?
So
as opposed to spot where I mean, I guess maybe they came around and they saw you.
No, I'll tell you why. Every cell phone tower has pop shotter, or whatever. It has a listening device on it.
Okay.
That listens for gunshots.
Okay.
Clap, clap, clap. So they can take the
triangulate
noise and triangulate the noise. They know it came from this vicinity here. and that's how, they came so fast. Like they were like around the corner, and my partner was like, "How the fuck did they get here?" Like they came right here to the spot and found the bullets on the floor. They took cups from my shop and put the cups down on there. It was like one here, one here. We heard 8, and they were looking. They knew how many they were looking for and found them.
Okay.
And I was like, "Geez, so you got half the fucking thing solved already." I mean,
But pretty much you're done. You're just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, you just got the wrong guy.
Talking to the wrong people.
Yeah. So it was weird, but that spot shotter, I think it's called spot shot or something like that they put on the cell phone towers all throughout the boroughs. And
Okay.
I don't know if Long Island has it, but I guess you don't have that many shots fired. But definitely, it I guess it worked.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is, it worked. And now they put a flyer out that we asked to be retracted, that they have my address, the shop. Oh, if anybody has a shooting happened here with our address. And I'm like, no, you got to take this off. This is bad for business here.
Right.
This is horrible. Like, no, we think it was from here. No, it wasn't from here.
Well, okay, that's the thing. You think.
Right.
So you're not supposed to think.
Right. So according to this device, they have it. It tells them exactly, kind of triangulated where. This is where it was. And this is where they saw people. A bunch of guys standing around.
That's what I think.
Right.
I think it is. I think
He
they saw
triangulated.
people there.
Right.
And so, okay, well, it had to be here. Now, do y'all know? Y'all don't know the dude who's...
Yeah.
You do know him?
Yeah.
Well, beep.
No comment.
Somebody deserves a visit.
No comment. No comment. But if they force the hand, we will unfortunately say something. We'll have to say something. Yeah. We do know. We have.
I mean, don't let y'all go up and.
No. If the hand gets forced,
all right.
there's a video.
All right.
There's a video.
There is a video.
There is a video.
There's
There's always a video.
There's always a video. And there's always Twitter. And there's always.
Yeah, there's always a video when something like this happens.
There's always a video. It's
always a fucking video.
There's always a video. There's always an email trace.
Yeah.
You know.
Indeed.
Apparently, what isn't like? Didn't they like find some email trail of Hunter Biden saying something?
Oh, really?
So I don't know.
I know Eric Trump got beat up for some emails that he had, and he read them back, and they made him read it back, and he was like, "Well, I guess that would sound like I'm an asshole." But
oh, really?
Yeah, like he even read what made him sound stupid. Like they were like, "Don't you get it? Don't you get any of this?"
Oh man,
there's just way too much to talk about with this whole witch hunt, with anything about this election. I mean, you look at these lines. The lines are outrageously long.
I don't get that. I was talking to my wife about that, and it's something that we've never had. We've never had a problem here in New York. You know, we grew up in the city. We now live on Long Island, but there's never been an issue with being able to vote.
No.
You know, and even though we have a higher population, and I guess that there are areas that just don't have as many voting places or whatever, but you know, people like talking about, I was in line for 6 hours. I'm like, to go vote?
You know,
like,
what the biggest...
when I hear it, I'm just like, no. My knee-jerk reaction was, no, that's bullshit. There's something's wrong. But no, that's legit, and it's like, you know, hard to understand that because I don't know. Have you ever had an issue with going to vote?
No. You know what the only issue I've ever had? It's on a fucking Tuesday and I can't get off work, or you got to go early and you get it done in the morning, or you try to leave work early to get to the poll before you get home.
I never understood why we can't make voting. Why can't we vote over the weekend?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Like, why can't you do it starting Friday
Start
night?
Friday all weekend.
All day Saturday. We're done at like 6 o'clock on Sunday. Tally it up. We'll let you know tonight. Let you know Sunday night.
Monday night is the tally up night. You got the whole weekend to work over. It wouldn't be the first fucking weekend you worked for, you know.
Yeah, some shit doesn't make sense. And I don't understand why, like now, why can't we have online voting now?
Yeah.
You know, if we can do, I'm buying a house.
Yeah.
I have sent transactions wirelessly.
Everything.
With all this bunch of shit back and forth, and sent all these documents all back and forth and whatnot. That is no more or less secure than a vote would be.
And binding and lifetime and a big thing that has to happen. I mean,
I don't want to. I mean, it's better than the mail. It's would be more accurately done than an absentee ballot.
Yeah. Well, I just think that the somehow the system of not being able to left hand and right hand. I mean, the government always has this problem of accounts receivable and accounts payable. They always have this checks and balance problem with themselves, never with us. When it comes to me, oh, you owe us $35.77.
Right. It's always that way.
You know it. How come you're so smart now?
It's always that way.
Right.
Yeah.
To y'all, they're fucking idiots.
And I never get interest when you owe me.
When you owe me,
I don't get plus 12% and fees and
it's weird. It's weird. In fact, the guy,
snow shower.
Fucker.
Snow shower.
That's
completely gone.
That's completely gone. That's what it was.
It was a roach in there.
It was a roach in there. The guy the Sahara Sutra guy, the guy we was talking about, this motherfucker sent 100 and something trucks with. They said, "Oh, you a Ponzi scam?" Okay, he showed up with 100 trucks of papers, documents, paper. TV. They had. He showed up with 127, pulled the trucks up, put all the paperwork there, and said, "Have at it. Go look through my papers. Here's all the documents. Tell me when you find the fraud." And they had like 5 guys to look over 127 trailers of paper.
Probably interns too. Probably.
They was looking like this is impossible, bro. Like this, come on, man. He said, "If I'm a fraud, then tell me I'm a fraud. Here's all my papers." And they were like, like. It was so fucked up. But that concept of kill them with paper is so prevalent. Like, I do it all the time. When I'm doing budgets and work, I just feed you with so much stuff that you go, too much, just tell me the price. Whatever. Okay, yeah. Well, here's this data. Did you read the 32 pages I sent you? Did you? No, sir. We just want they just go right for the bottom line.
Yeah.
9 million, 2. Can we get it to 8? All right, fine. Let's see what we can do. But this is a strange time now where I don't believe that anyone is reading anything anymore.
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't see people. I could, even in a text, and I'm guilty myself of just reading the punchline and then, no, did you read what it said? And you.
Yeah, I'm guilty. Yes.
I'm super guilty of that.
No, 2:30. You're going to do that. Not now.
Not now. You show up. I thought it was happening here. What the fuck is going on? No one reads anymore. I'm
nah,
convinced.
we don't. We want to be first.
Skim through first, knee-jerk reaction, and done.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. That's how it's supposed to go.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Just make me knee-jerk reaction. Everybody go ahead, be upset, and just get. Because of all this stuff's going on. I've had like a chaotic couple weeks. I haven't been. Don't play on the internet as much and stuff like with Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff like that.
It's hard.
And so you feel good about things, and then when you go back on, you're like,
it's like fast food.
It's like no, I don't want to do that. Like you ever like at some point in your life, you enjoyed a strip club here and there.
Yes.
You've been away from that for a while.
Yeah.
If you were to go back now,
it doesn't feel the same.
You're like, all right.
I don't need this.
You're like, exactly.
It's not fun. This is actually disgusting.
It's kind of disgusting. And why are these drinks so goddamn expensive? And
what's that smell?
Exactly.
What the fuck is that smell?
It's like it no longer like appeals to you anymore. It's like,
doesn't work anymore.
Doesn't work anymore.
Doesn't work.
Like anymore. That's done. I'm done with that.
Good analogy. That's really good. This. I was gonna say something, and there's so much. Oh, I watched not slight segue, but I watched Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
For after a long time, I hadn't watched it since Eddie Murphy came back. Remember that one?
That was the last time I saw it too. Yeah.
And then I watched it again because the Jim Carrey played Joe Biden.
Oh, really?
Fucking hilarious, bro. Yeah. You gotta see it. It's so good, and of course, come
on, man.
I'm Joe. He's like, okay, what was I gonna say? He's like, I forgot. He's so good at it, and of course, Alec Baldwin and the Trump is. It's so overdone that it's just like it doesn't surprise you anymore. With the lips and the the craziness. But it was so funny to watch Saturday Night Live, and then I thought to myself, this is horrible now it's not what it used to be. You know, I guess because we were younger and you didn't have so much reserve.
Yeah.
And you didn't have expectation, and you weren't anticipating anything.
Expectation, that's a good one.
So I'm watching it like expecting to be blown away and have funny, like remember Mad TV and
Yes.
all the sketch comedy stuff. It's so hard to get good quality sketch comedy.
Yeah.
You got Michael Che writing shit.
But you know what? You need to do that. You gotta have satire, and you gotta make fun of shit.
You gotta make fun of shit.
And we don't like it when you make fun of shit.
I know.
We don't. The only people that can get away with it now are the Simpsons and Family Guy.
Cartoons.
There's only right. They're the only ones that can get away with it now. We don't like making fun of things, because and we don't even want to acknowledge our hypocrisy in doing that, because what I saw some this if you ever do this on YouTube, catch comedians and they battle hecklers.
Yes.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, you mean there's a segment of
Not
it?
a segment, but just like you catch
that's...
like comedians like and how they handle hecklers and stuff like that. And so this one woman was upset with somebody's comment about like Muslim women or something like that. And he's like, lady, that's where you draw the line. I talked about child molestation. I talked about all kinds of racism. I talked about rape. And you're upset about me saying something about Muslim people? You laughed at everything else. But now this one thing that gets you upset, now I'm
out.
I'm supposed to be gone?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's horrible. What a way to road to hypocrisy.
Yeah, it is. It's all hypocrisy.
It's all hypocrisy. I mean, you can pick what you want to be funny about, and then now, oddly, it's funny you say this because we were sitting up watching Love Boat.
The originals?
The original.
Oh,
I forgot the characters like Gopher, the Doc, and all these
Isaac,
of course. And I it was so. The things they were doing were bad. Like you can't fucking date a passenger and have sex with her. Like they were just doing things that you can't do now. I mean, I'm like, how is that even legal? So they had a Korean comedian.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen this episode. I don't even remember Love Boat sequentially, like
no, I don't. No,
I just randomly.
I know it existed.
Right. I just remember the daughter was she was running around the ship. She was the doc's daughter. She solved problems. It was kind of like a Scooby Doo thing. Like it had, hey Scoob, solving mysteries. It seemed that way. Like she was like
a live Scooby Doo on
something like that
on a boat.
Well, anyway, the thing I was coming to was a Korean guy. He was the stand-up comic on the boat.
Okay.
And he was making all these funny jokes, Korean, about his people, his own people. And the passenger that he all of a sudden started dating her, and she was like, I don't think that's funny. Like, these are my people you're talking about. And he says, they're my people too. And he said, that's what makes it funny. I'm Korean. Like, he's like, and he's trying to tell her. And she's like, this is unacceptable. I don't want to date you. And he was like, come on. So he said, I'm not going to do the jokes anymore. I'm not going to. And of course, the captain and well, if they're really funny jokes and you really feel that way, you should do the right thing.
Them just jokes.
Those are just jokes. And somehow they convinced her to, well, we really love this guy. We love those jokes. She said, yeah, of course you like it because it's not talking about your people. He's talking about my ancestors. And it makes us look like you're all laughing at us. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they found some sympathy in between, and then he kind of changed his act. Now, this is in the 80s. I mean, this was been going on for a long time.
Yes, I guess so, yes.
It's just now more prevalent. I guess maybe there's more comedians now. There's more actors. There's more
now. It's more visible.
More visible.
Now.
And then you have social media and you have all this stuff.
Yeah, social media and all that stuff. And I don't know. Apparently, like everybody...
Availability.
Yeah, it's all available. Everybody's been raped and and stuff. And
gosh. Rape and pillage. Can you have trials without tribulations? Can you have tribulations without trial? Why is it always together? I never heard someone say, "Yeah, I'm going through some tribulations." Not without the trial first. How? How does this happen? How does this work? Who made these words of the trials and tribulations of so and so?
Now I got to look up what tribulation is.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I've used it in several.
Yeah, it's just like a knee-jerk
reaction, response.
Response to say.
Trials and tribulations. But can you have a tribulation? What's a tribulation? Tribulation.
A cause of great trouble or suffering. A cause of suffering.
A cause of suffering. Okay, so the trial. Why would you get a trial?
A trial.
Meaning you tried it? Like,
well, I guess in that regard,
I've tried
trial.
something.
Let's see. Let's look at the definition of trial.
The definition of trial.
Definition of trial. Formal examination. Examination.
Right.
So examination. So an examination of certain events.
So
an examination of events that cause suffering.
trials and tribulations.
So you can't have a trial. No, you can't. You can have tribulations, but you can't just have a trial by itself because the trial lends itself to like, well, what are you trying?
What are you trying?
What are you
You
examining?
have to try it, and then the tribulation is the grief
Tribulation
that you get
is
from
what you are, right?
after
Right.
you've examined it. So it's like peeking into a box and finding a bag of poop or something like, oh shit,
Yes, I think.
someone shit in a bag.
Yes. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that
Trials and tribulations. Oh my god.
trials and
We
tribulations.
just had a fun dictionary moment.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. From Easy Reader.
Easy reader.
So how's this going now? You're packing. You're getting stuff ready to go. You're finding all the things that you don't need
What we basically
anymore.
did was we spent the last couple of days just going through some stuff that have virtually just like no consequence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so stuff that I guess it's clutter, or I guess we've tucked away, or do we really need all these dishes out? Do we really need all these pots and pans out? Do we really need all these clothes here and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And trying to get as much of that stuff as we can packed up, ready to go. It's in my in-laws' garage.
Okay.
So when it's time to go, when we get keys or whenever that's supposed to happen, we'll just take that stuff, shoot it back over there, and then just begin this process of moving
Nice.
stuff in. It's going to be done kind of slowly because, since we still, we don't have to be out of where we are.
That's good.
So, we're going to take our time getting in. We're going to do some, repairs that need to
Modeling.
be done
Okay.
and stuff. Because I know the first thing I got to do is I got to take the
Wallpaper.
no, I got to take the basement roof. They got a drop ceiling. I got to take that down. There's some like concrete work that needs to get done. So we'll have some time to do it. We're not like rushed to get in there.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are packed up so that we can just throw into the house when we finally get into the house.
Okay, but that's good that you have a safe place to be, outside
Yes.
of, and things can happen.
Yeah.
You could stay at the apartment, or you could stay.
Right.
That's good.
And
That's-
plus with Miles, we don't want Miles going back and forth and stuff like that. We want him a little bit more secure.
indeed, a little duality here. You have a little bit of,
Even though he's being a little like he's an early riser. This dude
Gets up?
Yeah, he's up at like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh.
He's like, and like raring to go, like not getting up and tired and like want to sleep some more. Like he's up. He's like, yo, let's go. What's on TV? What, we get something to eat? What we doing here? Let's go.
Chop chop.
Let's go. And I'm the one who I can get up, or I can get up early.
Yeah.
If I get a nice 6 hours of sleep, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Wifey needs more. However, whatever sleep she got,
More. She needs more.
whatever it is. You
More.
slept 12 hours. Why not 14?
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Oh, don't I know?
Just
the
keep,
sleep-
yeah, just
the
keeps
sleep.
like it just keeps like piling up.
Yeah.
on
Can your
itself.
wife go to bed?
Yes,
Like, good night, and then sleep? Like, that's
yes,
it?
she can. She can now. For a while, she couldn't. For a while, it used to be like you had to have the TV on
And then pass
and
out.
you have to like pass out. And I used to be like that way too. But no, she can go to bed. Like when she's done, she's done. I think part of that is not hanging around your bedroom
Yeah.
too much.
Go to your bedroom to go to bed.
Right, you go to bed. Bed
Right.
should be for sleep and sex.
Yeah, well,
That's it.
that's what we hang out here. We watch movies, watch TV, and we do all that stuff. And then we go to bed. It's night time.
Yes.
It's like,
so you kind of like convince yourself, okay, it's bedtime. You can like
yeah. But I
shit
can't do it.
down.
I can't.
no.
I wish I could go. Good night. Go to sleep. No.
Now I am one of those people that when if I wake up in the middle of the night, depending on the circumstances, I'll have a hard time getting back to sleep.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't go back to sleep.
Like if I'm like 3.5 hours in,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason I get up, and if I can't get back to sleep, and if I can feel myself like not being able to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So I gotta like do these. I'm done these. This is a nice little mindful meditation thing.
Ooh.
That actually helped me out a couple times. Like
Really?
you lay down, and you basically tell your body to go to sleep. So you say, "Hey, chest, it's time for us to go to sleep. Take a couple breaths in." It sounds kind of corny, but I've done it a few times, and it's kind of work.
My Apple Watch has a nice breathing exercise on it that it'll kind of like tap you and be like, "Hey, it's time to breathe," and you do it with it, and you feel it. It's vibrating. It's
oh, okay.
And it gives you this kind of calming thing, and that works for me.
Yeah.
I mean, deep breaths is fucking so therapeutic.
Yeah, it's amazing how those little things. Because you gotta and I don't know about you, but for me, I find myself once I'm thinking about trying to go to sleep, I'm never gonna go to sleep.
That's a wrap.
So you kind of have to think of something else. And so so when you think about your breathing or you focus on something else, then you can find yourself getting back to sleep. And that's always good sleep. When you can get back to sleep.
Oh, that's the
always
best one.
Good
that's
sleep.
a good one. When you can fall back asleep after you woke up again and go back. Oh, that's the best one.
Then you wake up, you're all fresh. Oh my God! Do some push-ups.
Ready
Go
to
for a
go.
bike ride. Who wants pancakes?
Who wants pancakes? It's what we did yesterday. We rode yesterday, Shirley Chisholm Park. Young lady, one of my customers actually was having a push for pink, cancer walk or ride. And me and Keish went out there to try to meet up with them. We didn't actually find them until the end.
When it was over?
Yeah, it was like, well, we said, look, we'll just go show our face, take the picture, and, say we were there. We were going to ride anyway for ourselves, just to get our own little ride on. And found them at the end, but it was just like this. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. It's time for pancakes. So it's funny you said that. I was like, I want
pancakes. It's time for pancakes. Load up.
Load up.
It's carbo load. Let's go.
Let's get some pancakes going.
How you dudes at chopping it up doing?
I don't know.
They kind of slowed their pace down a little bit.
No, I didn't see. Yeah, well, they haven't released one?
Yeah, there's been a couple, and
I missed a few. I missed the last one.
I'm just waiting. I'm excited about this. I want to do this 25 because I thought it was gonna be around towards the end of the finals,
Which happened.
It's gone.
Shout out to the Lakers.
Are we calling LeBron the GOAT? What do you think? Are you in GOAT status? For LeBron?
To me, goats have to be dead. To me, for me, I mean,
okay,
good goat is dead. A good goat,
curry goat,
jerk goat or anything. It's got to be dead. It can't be alive. To me, that's just for me.
Can it be retired? Can it be no longer playing?
I don't have. I'm not the people that do this, compare him to Jordan like this.
Yeah.
I can't do that. There's no way to cross era anybody.
It's hard,
That's baseball, anything. I can't do it. I don't even know why it's like saying if Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali, it's not gonna happen. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's a video game you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's when you put the Tekken guys fighting Street Fighter guys. That's the same fucking yeah, or Marvel versus Street Fighter.
Right.
It's not gonna happen, man. And so I don't know why people get so caught up on this different eras.
People get emotional about it too. People get very emotional.
I'm excited that LeBron has 4 rings with 3 different teams.
Yeah.
And that's amazing to me. That takes a human being to have you do it. You try it.
Yes.
You can't do
Yes.
it. You can't. So what are you mad at him for? I just can't understand the argument that people have with the disdain or why they, like you said, very emotional.
Yeah, it's
Michael Jordan would have, should have.
We always seem, and when I say we, I mean those of us who have a little bit more melanin than other people.
Yeah.
We always want to choose between
one or the
other, and I don't know. I think we kind of lose it when we don't. I mean, I know. Listen, if you're a sports fan, it's a conversation to have. It's a great conversation to have.
It's a
have
great
it over.
conversation.
Grab a few beers, watch a game. Okay, fine. You got your favorites. I got my favorites.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. But then it gets a little bit deeper, in which you gotta be on a side. You gotta choose somebody. And we can't. You can't love both Ali and Frazier.
They do this shit with rap music all the time with Biggie, Nas.
Yeah,
and
you can't love both of them. You can't love both of them. So no, you were either down with Malcolm or Martin.
Right.
You can't. Both of them can't be great. Who?
Pick now.
Who?
Right. And then what's the consequences of not?
Right.
Someone sent me one of them got to go. You know when you get these things all the time?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. Stop it. Like,
Why do you gotta go?
why does he have to go? Pumpkin pie, apple pie, sweet potato pie, cherry. One of them's got to go.
I did something like that because I got kind of fed up of seeing these.
Jeez.
Not too many people responded, but I said, "Hey, look, you can only choose one." And I had a pair of socks. I had headphones. Like I think like a bag of rocks, and like a Subway token. And I said, "Hey, you can only choose one." What you gonna pay? Basically to say that this shit is stupid.
Yeah, this is dumb. Like, what are you talking about here? This is utterly retarded. I mean, I guess people are just bored. They have time. I don't know. I don't know why this, like you said, choosing for no reason. Like, it's not fun. It's
no.
It doesn't make any fun. It's a great. I don't know. Maybe it's a conversation.
Maybe it's a good. It's sometimes it's a good conversation to have.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you can do it to say that, hey, I preferred this dude over the other because I like this one guy's lyrics I thought were a little bit better than the other ones. But sometimes some people take this stuff like really, really personal and just.
Well, like you just said, that's important. That's a good conversation. If we're having a conversation, hey, you don't like Nas versus Jay or this and that? What do you like about? And if you have facts and you have something to go deeper with, not just I don't like it. Okay, the joke is over. Like, but you want to compare? Oh, on this record, he said this, he said this, he said that. Compare that to this. Then you could do that if you want to have an intelligent conversation.
Right.
But I don't think anyone wants to have intelligent conversation.
To which you can appreciate all of it.
I would appreciate all of that.
You appreciate all of it, and then say, but I prefer this dude because of blah blah blah. Not well. Ever since Jay hooked up with Beyonce, he became a little bitch. So it's I've seen that too, and I'm like, damn.
Cold fucking facts. Like this guy, Papoose, right? Which is one of my favorite artists. Who lyrically, he's a great rapper. He's got so much word. His wordplay is fantastic. He just put out a new tape called Endangered Species or whatever else, and it's fine. I love it. Like, it's a real good album. It's got a lot of more melodic than he's had in the past.
Okay,
he's usually just punching
he's
hard
usually
beats.
He usually bop 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 bop.
This one's got music. It's got some thought provoking stuff, and it's got some instrumental, some acapella. It's got a little bit of shows some growth on it. And the minute I said it to, I think, a group of people, and it was like, he's fucking trash, he's garbage, blah, 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 blah. I was, name one fucking record. You don't know any of his songs, Cal. You just don't like him.
Right.
Which is okay. You're entitled to do it. But damn, you shoot somebody for just having an opinion?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at with this.
Well, look at the shit Ice Cube's get.
Oh, my God.
Because he had a conversation with the president. And so now he's a sellout. He's all this, and the dude basically says no. So look, I put out this. He put out. For anybody who doesn't understand what happened, Ice Cube put out this. I think what he called Platform for Black America.
Okay,
like a platform for Black America. These are the things that he thinks needs to be addressed for a candidate, so that Black candidates, and he specifically said Black Americans.
Yeah,
he's not talking about people of color. He's not talking about everybody. He said no, specifically Black Americans. These issues should be addressed. And he put it out there. And he said he got 2 calls. He got a call from one camp who said, hey, I think this is very, very interesting. After the election, maybe we can get together and see what we can do about it.
Okay.
He got a call from another camp that said, hey, this seems very interesting. Do you have time this weekend to discuss it? And let's see, I don't understand a couple things, but give me you can explain a few things and whatnot. That happened to be the Trump campaign. The Trump campaign says, "Hey, this is interesting. What?"
Mark Meadows probably went and said,
"Yeah, when are you available to discuss this and stuff like that?" So who do you think he's going to listen to? Who do you think he's going to go to?
I would agree. I would the person that wants to be heard and wants to hear. Because isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? You want dialogue. You want to have a platform that says, "Hey, we just believe." We're getting overlooked in these categories. I get it. Mm-hmm. No, it's very valiant of him to do that.
But he's a sellout. He's what I think I've seen a couple Uncle Toms thrown at him. People throw something back at his. I think like several years ago he said something, or a few years ago he said like he wouldn't have dinner with Donald Trump or something.
Yeah,
like
I've never. Yeah.
And yeah,
never visited.
We picked the camp, and you're supposed to abide by the camp.
Yeah.
Lord forbid if somebody else wants to listen to you and show genuine concern.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it seems like. Now, maybe he's being played. Who knows? But he's going to listen.
Yeah, and again, you get to report back. He get to report back what happened.
Say, hey, I think he's full of shit.
Right. Or they just placated me and
Right.
they just wanted a photo op and,
Right.
and to say that they did it. But, I mean, the action of doing it is more than saying you're going to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people think that just talking about it is
Right.
worth anything. Like all your thumb thugging and your regular. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
Thumb thug. That's what we need a T-shirt. We need something like a thumb thug veteran.
Thumb thug. Anti-thumb thuggers. That's
Anti-thumb
what we're
thuggers, like a thumb with
right.
crossed
Right.
out or a thumb cut off.
Right. With a Band-Aid on it. Thumb with a Band-Aid on it. Anti-thumb thuggers.
No more thumb thuggers.
Yeah. We've all had our share of backspace. Backspace. Let me not say that.
I do that a lot.
I wrote something. I was gonna air somebody out, and like that's why, and I was like, back.
Yeah, exactly. You start
back.
thinking about
and
it.
I was like, I said the best response is no response.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna join the crowd of
Right.
the rhetoric here.
Yeah, because now then you get. Now you're in it.
I'm in it.
You're part of it. You're part of.
You're in it, and you're part of the fucking. And then you get that somebody on your page. You get one new follower, someone, and they're like thinking that's what you're about.
Yeah, that one.
That one statement doesn't describe me. You know, doesn't do any justice for
Nope.
for what your cause is, or even if you have one. If you don't,
Nope. We are all greater than all of that.
indeed,
All better than all of that. Doesn't
Yes.
even matter.
Speaking of being great, I want to give a shout out to two gentlemen just came home from an unlawful imprisonment. That's my boy Lenny Edwards
Ooh.
and Al Monday. They have been released after 29 years. And for those that know street Queens history, those are the two gentlemen that Belly was about, the original Belly with DMX. And Al Monday went to Beach Channel with me. You remember Al used to hang with Shamik. And they were graffiti guys that got me all excited about graffiti, and I wanted to be a Krylon kid like those guys, and they were nice. They were just Al was super dope
Krylon
drawing with his tagging, and these guys are just amazing. Lenny and I went to school together, elementary, so I'm happy to see those guys home. Welcome home, guys, and
Nice.
hope you get your just dues. Don't know how the state, or they were in Ohio, I believe, in prison.
Okay.
So I don't know how you could get back 29 years of of society, but when I thought about something, and again, this is I couldn't do that type of. I'm not that strong, and I guess you become that strong. No one goes
You
in.
have to, yeah.
Yeah, no one goes in thinking they're going to be strong enough to do 29 years. But I say this to say is that they've. And I don't mean this in a negative way. They've been protected from a lot of the bullshit that has happened over the last.
Oh,
Like
possibly, yeah.
I almost feel like you've been shielded from some of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And now you get to side view it, see it, and go, oh, let me stay away from these goofy kind of people.
Yeah.
Let me not do that. Okay. And this is a troll. Okay, he stays there, so I'm kind of like, okay, I've seen how this works here, and I can just.
a little few perks, yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to view, but
It could be one of the positives.
could be one of the
Could
positives.
be one of the positives.
So-
I mean, what do they say? When you're in prison, you only really only 2 days change you in prison. Like, day you go in and day you come out.
Ooh, deep.
You know?
Who said that?
So I was on some special I saw, or that I was trying to say.
My.
But all the best, man. Hope they can.
Yeah.
Hope they're able to live like the rest of their life and
Yeah, and to be, at this age, I guess if Lenny's my age, maybe he's 49, 48, 49.
It's a lot of life, though. It's a lot of life in front of him.
Yeah.
Hope he
Yeah.
can turn that.
Oh,
around.
well, he's got the support, his family, and for those of my friends on Farmers Boulevard, he should not come to Farmers Boulevard. He should not come back to the...
No.
He should not come to the area,
No.
especially where there's no... I mean, listen, it would be fantastic if they came through, waved, said what's up to everybody.
You got memories,
but-
you got
but
memories.
man,
not all of them good.
There is nothing...
Obviously.
There's nothing in the hood for prosperity,
Unfortunately, yeah.
And unfortunately, the guys that you've been able to dodge and duck are still here.
They're still here.
And they're gonna drag. They're gonna
still
drag
there.
you out. So,
Yeah.
I wish you guys well.
When was the
and,
last time you were on Farmers Boulevard? I'm trying to think of the last time
I went
was
for
on
Farmers Day. They had Farmers Day in August.
Okay.
I went there briefly, couldn't recognize a soul, and got the fuck out of there quick because I was like, oh god, these guys are like,
Oh, this is why I don't move around.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and the kids they have no appreciation for the OGs, and the OGs didn't do anything for those kids anyway. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't leave anything.
They didn't leave anything.
Yeah, they didn't leave anything to be proud of.
Yeah, it cuts both ways.
Yeah,
You gotta.
So,
yeah.
You got The Rock sitting there, and you got people talking about fuck LL Cool J. He didn't do shit for me. You know, he don't represent. I'm here every day, and that Rock, he ain't been here. He's not here. You know, so to call him, you know,
What if that Rock could talk?
oh,
What if he could squeeze? What if that Rock became like a live person and just say, "Hey, look, I've seen some shit, and I got something to say."
yeah, you fuckers keep pissing on me. I ain't gonna be the beacon of hope that you thought.
Give me like 30 minutes, and
There was a
I'll break
plaque.
it down for
There
you.
was a plaque on it. There was a bronze plaque
Yeah.
that had stuff on it that told about it, whatever else. And now when I
Is it
tried,
gone?
it's gone. The plaque is gone. There's no plaque on it. And when you try to research it, there is so little about that rock. So little information online. I went to the Jamaica archives at the library. I went, of course, Google, online and tried to. And the most I found was that there was a farmer's market there, and that rock was the symbol that showed people where to set up at, and
Right.
they came through the town.
Where do you go? Go when you go past the Rock and
Yeah, well, the way that Liberty and farmers met,
it triangled, right?
it triangled there. They called that the Triangle Market, which was a farmer's market. It was really a farmer's market. And that goes back to like 1890
that's turn of the century,
something,
right.
turn of the century, something like that. And after that is not a lot of information about it. There's been some people who've made new stories about it. I think the St. Albans development group has put out that they. Yeah, so there's a lot of history in the neighborhoods, and we don't take advantage of it. Speaking of which, they just put they're putting a wildlife preserve thing. I'm saying it the wrong way. Right here in Springfield Gardens, which has a how do you call it, a conservatorium or whatever?
Okay, conservator have
Something, a wildlife preserve.
wildlife preserve.
And it's got a bunch of. It's gonna have all these new exhibits. It's gonna have a lot of stuff right there on 149th
Okay.
in Springfield, off of Springfield Lane, by Springfield Park.
Okay.
It's being built. It's part of a Clean Queens Green Energy program.
Okay.
It needs funding. It's a lot of. I don't know. It still needs some funding, but it's been a 10-year project that's been going along, and this is one of those things where you drive by and you go, "What the fuck are they doing
What's
there?"
going on over there?
And that's what it is. And shout out
okay.
to the Black Resource Network for posting that on the page. And they had a gala yesterday, which was hosted by Ralph McDaniels.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
McDaniel's still around.
Yeah, Ralph McDaniels is putting in the work, man. He's definitely Queen's hard body.
Respect Ralph McDaniels.
Respect
the Ralph McDaniels.
Video music box. He still plays. He still plays video music box.
Yeah?
He still plays on that channel, that 31, whatever it was. And then now on the internet. He does it on what you call it, live, Instagram and all this other stuff. Yeah, man. So other than that, man, what else you got? Anything good? Sports?
Oh, it's all good.
What the fuck happened to the Yankees, man?
Listen, spit the bit.
Spit the bed.
Spit the bed.
Shit the bed, more like it. Like,
Spit the bit.
damn.
know.
I thought they had a chance. I mean,
Yeah, they did too. But the team that beat them, they're moving on to the World Series. So
Tampa
Bay.
Bay Rays.
So if anything, maybe you can say we lost to the world champs. So maybe, I mean, if that's
Does that work? Does that? Moral victory.
well, yeah. There are no more victories in sports.
That's like saying the Knicks lost to the Lakers. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, we lost to the champs. We lost everybody else too.
Right.
So
that kind of also means that too. We lost to every team possible. So.
everybody.
Damn. Well, so who is in line for who's happening now? There's Tampa Bay Astros.
Tampa Bay is going to the World Series, representing the American League. The National League, one more game left.
The Dodgers, right?
Dodgers and Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
That series is
That
tied
was on
3-3.
last night.
Yeah, tonight, Game 7. So whoever wins that one's going to go to the World Series.
And there was a fight last night.
Yes,
I heard he lost.
good fight.
And we were starting to watch it, and
Really good fight.
really,
Nice good tactical fight.
And what is this? Middleweight, lightweight?
What was it? Welterweight, I think it was. Yeah, Lomachenko and Perez.
Spanish guys.
Tiamo Perez. Yeah, Spanish.
Tiamo.
Well, he's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, he won.
He won.
Oh, shout out Brooklyn.
Unanimous decision. Good, but it was a good fight.
Really?
Really good fight, and I really hope they do this again. I think they will do it again. Hopefully in front of, you'd love to see that type of fight in front of
crowds.
In front of a crowd.
I know.
Wait,
man, when are we gonna have crowds again?
I think when we stop being bitches, we'll have crowds again. I think we need to I think
toughen up.
Like the damage is done.
Yeah.
But the damage is done. So that's it. Let's get, let's leave it up. I hate when other people tell me what I should be doing. Why don't you just make sure that I have the info that I need, and I'll make that decision for myself.
This is true.
I'm making it for myself. If a business decides, hey, we're only going to have a certain amount of people in here, fine. That's up to that business.
Yeah.
If the business says, hey, you can't come in here unless you got a mask on, okay, fine. That's up to that business owner.
Yeah.
For them how they want to run business. We can kind of like do this shit. We've done it before.
Yeah.
We're getting to a point now where it's just like we're looking for somebody to give us a magic pill. There's no magic pill. There's no magic pill. Sorry. There isn't none. There's no, hey, we got it. Here you go.
Yeah.
No more COVID.
No more COVID.
Ever.
Jeez. How'd that work out with polio?
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Doesn't work. It takes time. And then no one, you bought the iPhone first, and then they came out with the 12.
Exactly.
And then is that new phone coming out next week because you
spent all your money on the old shit. So,
but I have the first version. Good luck with that.
Yes.
It's going to keep improving.
They stopped trials on this other vaccine because people were getting sick.
Jeez.
So it's going to take time.
It's going to take time.
It's going to take time. In the meantime, go outside. It's been beautiful.
Oh,
we've had a great summer, and this transition in the fall has been beautiful.
Mother Nature has
cold back and forth. They've pretty much said, okay, hey, look, we know some shit's going on here, but I tell you what, let's give you some good weather so that you can, step outside. You can go outside.
Me with your love.
Shower.
Was that
Surface?
Surface? No.
Shower.
Ah.
Oh, we can't sign off until we know who sang that song.
Alexa, who sings "Shower Me with Your Love"?
I didn't say play it. Surface.
By who? Surface? It was Surface.
I was right. Surface.
Okay, Alexa, stop. All right, party people, we're going to get out of here and go do life.
Do some life.
Do some life. All right, party people, have a blessed week, but more important, be a blessing to someone else.
Oh, fuck 'em.
Yeah, that too. Peace.